Hey everybody, it's Eric here on Tuesday morning. Let's do an update for you on today's weather. Now, based on what kind of looks like out there this morning, you may think it's going to be another rainy day. In most places, that will not be the case, but it certainly was a rainy night last night. We picked up an additional 0.17 at the Youngstown Warren Airport overnight, and so our June tally is now up to 6.66 inches, which means we can take ourselves out of 7th place and bump it up to 6th place now, replacing 1987 on the list of wettest Junes on record. And again, today is just the 18th, and we have more rain on the way over the next several days. Next on our target here, or in our sight lines, I should say, 2 years ago in 2017, we'll get to 4th place without a problem. We may even do that by Thursday. The top three are a little harder to get. You can see there's a big gap between number 4 and number 3. But I think we've got a shot at getting into that top 3. I wouldn't bet against it at this point, given just how the pattern has gone and how much time we have left in the month of June. All right, we had soaking rain across parts of the valley overnight. I mentioned at the airport 0.17. I picked up another, about 0.92 here in Boardman. The 224 corridor got clobbered once again with some tropical downpours overnight, but this is starting to diminish in coverage and intensity, and I do think that the rest of the day will not be nearly as wet as the overnight hours ended up being. Let's take a look at our high-res model here, showing that steady rain pushing away this morning. And as we get through the midday hours, lunchtime, and into the afternoon, yes, there's going to be a chance of a shower and thunderstorm, and I suspect the highest risk is around and south of Route 30. And kind of like yesterday, the farther north you are, I think the drier you're going to be today. But still, in places such as Salem, Columbiana, Damascus, Hanoverton, Lisbon, East Palestine, East Liverpool, Salineville, all those locations, you've got a decent chance as we get into the afternoon of seeing a couple of additional pop-up showers and perhaps a thunderstorm. But again, if you're farther north, especially up into the northern half of Trumbull and Mercer counties, you're probably going to get away with a mostly dry day today. And I think actually things will play out in a similar fashion on Wednesday. We'll probably dry to start, and as we get into the afternoon, renegade isolated shower activity. I can't rule it out, but you can see the coverage is not going to be very high. And much like today, I think your best chance of seeing a quick passing shower or a thunder shower on Wednesday will be the farther south in our TV viewing area you are. The farther north you are, the higher the odds are you just stay completely dry and partly sunny on Wednesday. As we've been talking about over the last couple of days, if you've been paying attention to the forecasts, Thursday is our next day that we could have some problems with too much rain and some flooding. We've got a potent area of low pressure pushing through, and there'll be numerous showers this day, perhaps some thunderstorms as well. And this, will be fair game to see this at any point on Thursday. The Weather Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service, does have eastern Ohio and western PA highlighted in a slight risk of excessive rainfall or a flash flooding risk. I suspect we're going to see new flash flood watches for our area for Thursday. They'll probably issue those tomorrow for Thursday. The good news is things are finally going to improve by Friday, and actually things are looking pretty nice at the end of the week, followed by more spotty showers and storms as we head into the weekend and early next week. What about the rest of the month? This is just one run of a set of modeling here, but taken literally, it would suggest through June 30th, we've still got another about 3 inches of rain to go. Don't take that as gospel, just a tool, just some guidance. I think the overall unsettled pattern, despite a nice day Friday, the overall unsettled pattern is set to continue at least through the middle of next week. I am seeing some signs on some of the longer range details, though, modeling, that a drier pattern will finally start to take shape as we flip the calendar into July. Also looks like a warmer pattern by the very end of June and the start of July. We're going to see much more frequent 80s, I think, coming up in about 10 days to 2 weeks than we have during the month of June. June has been wet, and it hasn't been very hot at all. All right, that's it from me this morning. I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11 on the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast video. We call it Weather for Weather Geeks. In the meantime, have a great Tuesday.